I need you to look at this number very carefully. A study from the Longitudinal Aging Study Amsterdam tracked more than 1,000 people over the age of 65 for 7 years and found that those with high morning cortisol levels had a 63% higher risk of death compared to those with normal cortisol levels. 63%. Did you hear that clearly? And if you are thinking, well, I am not that stressed anyway, hold on right there. Because after the age of 60, your body automatically produces more cortisol even while you are sleeping. Chronically high cortisol is not just about ordinary stress. It shrinks your brain, especially the memory center. It destroys your sleep, raises your risk of type 2 diabetes, drives up blood pressure, and has even been linked to Alzheimer's disease. But the good news is, you can take control of it starting today. No medication needed, no complicated lifestyle overhaul. You just need to know what to eat. In today's video, I am going to show you 6 food groups that science has proven can lower cortisol naturally. And once you understand the simple mechanism behind it, you will start to feel the difference within just the first few weeks. Food number 1, animal products, especially red meat and fish. Before we get into this section, I want you to understand one foundational thing. Cortisol rises partly because your nervous system is stuck in a constant state of fight or flight. To switch that off, your body needs something called vitamin B12. And here is what matters. Vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal-based foods. You simply cannot get enough B12 from vegetables or regular grains, especially past the age of 60, when your stomach's ability to absorb nutrients has already declined significantly. So, what are the best options? Red meat like beef and veal is a very rich source of B12. Fish is also an excellent choice, but what I want to highlight in particular is organ meats, specifically beef liver. Just 3 ounces of beef liver delivers more than 70 micrograms of B12, while the daily requirement for an adult is only about 2.4 micrograms. That is an enormous amount. Beef liver is like a supercharged battery for your nervous system. I understand that not everyone enjoys eating liver. If that is not your thing, go with lean beef or salmon at least 2 to 3 times per week. That is more than enough to maintain healthy B12 levels and help your body process cortisol far more efficiently. Food number 2, eggs, especially the yolks. Now, let's talk about something that a lot of you have been throwing away out of fear of cholesterol, and that is the egg yolk. And I want to be completely straight with you. That is a big mistake, at least when it comes to cortisol. Here is why. Egg yolks are the single richest natural source of choline. What is choline exactly? Simply put, choline is the raw material your body uses to produce a compound called acetylcholine. And acetylcholine is the off switch for your stressed out nervous system. When your body has enough acetylcholine, it activates the part of your nervous system responsible for calming you down, lowering your heart rate, lowering your blood pressure, and most importantly, bringing cortisol down. Think of the egg yolk as the key that unlocks your body's relaxation response. When you toss out the yolk and only eat the white, you are throwing away that key. So every day, I encourage you to eat 1 to 3 whole eggs, yolk and all. Boiled, lightly fried, or scrambled. All of it works. This is one of the cheapest and easiest ways to nourish your nervous system. Food number 3, nutritional yeast and sunflower seeds. Staying on the topic of acetylcholine, I want to introduce you to a duo that most people have never heard of but is incredibly effective, and that is nutritional yeast and sunflower seeds. For your body to actually synthesize acetylcholine, beyond just the choline from eggs, you also need vitamin B1 and vitamin B5. These 2 vitamins act like the workers on your body's relaxation production line. Without enough B1 or B5, no matter how many eggs you eat, your body still cannot produce sufficient acetylcholine to bring cortisol down. And this is where nutritional yeast and sunflower seeds really shine. Nutritional yeast is a light yellow powder with a flavor close to cheese. You can sprinkle it on popcorn, toss it into a salad, or stir it into soup. It is packed with both B1 and B5. Sunflower seeds are even simpler. Just a small handful, about 1 ounce per day, is enough to deliver a meaningful amount of B5. You can eat them as a snack or sprinkle them over your lunch salad. Together with eggs, these 2 form the perfect trio to give your body everything it needs to produce acetylcholine and pull your nervous system out of that chronic stress state. Food number 4, dark leafy greens. Now let's talk about a food group you have probably heard about many times, but may not have known why it is genuinely important for cortisol. That is dark leafy greens. Research from Johns Hopkins University shows that magnesium and potassium levels in the body are directly linked to how well you regulate your stress response. When these two minerals drop low, your body tends to overreact to stressors, causing cortisol to spike and stay elevated. Dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, Swiss chard, and arugula are incredibly rich natural sources of both magnesium and potassium. One thing I always tell my patients is to build a big salad every day. Nothing fancy, just dark leafy greens tossed with a little olive oil and some seeds. The magnesium in leafy greens works like a natural calming agent for your muscles and your nervous system. If you frequently get nighttime leg cramps, struggle to sleep, or feel restless and anxious for no clear reason, there is a good chance your body is low on magnesium. Adding dark leafy greens to every meal is the single, simplest step you can take starting today. Food number 5, fatty fish and vitamin D foods. The fifth group I want to talk about is fatty fish, especially salmon, and the real surprise here is not just the omega-3, but the vitamin D. Most people know vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin, but very few realize that vitamin D plays a critical role in regulating cortisol. When your vitamin D levels are too low, your adrenal glands tend to go into overdrive and pump out more cortisol than your body actually needs. After age 60, your skin synthesizes vitamin D from sunlight far less efficiently than when you were younger, which makes getting vitamin D through food extremely important. Salmon is your top choice here. Just 3 ounces of cooked salmon can provide between 450 and 570 IU of vitamin D, covering a large portion of your daily need. On top of that, the omega-3 in salmon also helps reduce inflammation and calm your body's stress response. You should aim to eat salmon or other fatty fish like mackerel or sardines at least twice a week. If you cannot eat fish regularly, fish oil capsules are a decent backup, but real food always comes first. Food number 6, fermented foods and probiotics. And this is the final group, the one I find most people overlook, yet it has a powerful impact on cortisol in a way you would never expect. I am talking about fermented foods like sauerkraut, kefir, pickles, and kimchi. You might be wondering, what does fermented food have to do with stress? The answer lies in a connection pathway that scientists call the gut-brain axis. Inside your gut, there are millions of nerve cells, and the direct line between your gut and your brain is called the vagus nerve. This is the hotline your brain uses to signal the body to relax and bring cortisol down. When your gut bacteria are healthy and thriving, signals through the vagus nerve flow much more smoothly, and your body can switch off that stress state far more quickly. A study from the University of California, Los Angeles found that people who regularly consumed probiotics had significantly lower cortisol responses when faced with stressful situations compared to those who did not. You do not need to eat large amounts. Just a few spoonfuls of sauerkraut with your meal or a small glass of kefir in the morning is already making a difference. Pickles and kimchi are great too if you enjoy bolder flavors. The key thing is to choose products made through natural fermentation, not industrial vinegar pickling, because only naturally fermented foods contain the real live beneficial bacteria your gut needs. So we have now gone through all 6 food groups that help lower cortisol naturally, from B12 in meat and fish, choline in egg yolks, B1 and B5 from nutritional yeast and sunflower seeds, magnesium and potassium from dark leafy greens, vitamin D from salmon, all the way to probiotics from fermented foods. Each one plays its own role in helping your body break free from the cycle of chronically high cortisol. You do not need to change everything in a single day. Start with 1 or 2 things, build them into your eating habits gradually, and be patient with your body. Your body has been working hard for decades, and now is the time to nourish it the right way so that the years ahead are truly healthy and peaceful. If this video was helpful to you, please share it with your family and friends so they can also learn how to manage cortisol and protect their health. Like this video so it gets recommended to more people, and subscribe to the channel so we can meet again at the next piece of advice.